Hey folks, Good Guy Glenn here, and today is Sunday, April 7th, 2024. I'm in Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm at the TA off of 65, I believe. And I just had Popeyes for dinner. I left out of Tuscaloosa this morning, right after dawn. I drove down 82, I believe. It was a nice ride. It was much nicer coming down that way than going up that way the other day, because I was just beat the other day driving that out. It was like torture, but it actually was a really nice ride coming down. I was lucky I got this spot here at the TA. When I initially got here, I thought this place was terrible because on the first floor here, there's only that small little gas station convenience store. But there's actually an upstairs with laundry, a driver's lounge, and pretty nice showers. Pretty clean bathroom upstairs. Downstairs, the bathroom is not so much. Upstairs, very much so. A little side note, when I got here, I was doing my post trip, walking around my truck, and in my boots, I stepped in poo. Not dog poo, human poo. So, I was really annoyed. I cleaned my boots. I had to clean the floors in my truck. They're just not going to be clean enough for me now. I must have used a whole thing of ammonia to clean it. I would have used bleach, but I didn't want to die from the fumes in here, because it is hot here today. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to step in human poo at the truck stop, but it doesn't surprise me. It harkens back to what we talked about with the truck stops and what they have to deal with, and maybe that's why they're starting to pay. I paid for this spot today. It's a TA. I pulled in. It said reserved. I went in. I hung my ticket. I'm paid for. I'm good. What are you going to do? I have the peace of mind that I got a safe place to stay tonight. My pickup is 6 miles up the road. I have a live load tomorrow at 08. I'm going to try to drive it out to Atlanta, and usually that would not be a big deal. Atlanta's only about 150 miles from here. Couple of hour drive, 3 hours tops. But tomorrow is that eclipse. It's always something. Every week, this, like for the last 4 weeks, has been something. I'm not going to talk nonsense about Easter. That's the Lord's Day of Resurrection. But it was a holiday, and it was a rough weekend. And I couldn't get a trailer anyway, so I had a slow start to the week, and I only made half the miles that I generally make. And I haven't been making a lot of miles the last couple of weeks, and it's stressing me out now because I got a lot more money going out than I do have coming in. But I live in a truck. I have a cushion. I'll be okay. But anyway, I'm just keep wondering in my head, if I run this out, are people going to stop running tomorrow? Like, really? Are they going to stop running and clog up the truck stops and there'll be no place to go? And I can't see it. It's only supposed to be 4 minutes long. But I can definitely see all the idiot drivers, not truck drivers, all the idiot four-wheelers pulling over on the side of the road or driving like idiots trying to see this thing. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with this drop tomorrow. I'm not supposed to drop until the next day, the 9th. But it's a drop-in hook. So I kind of wanted to just drop it. If I have to hold on to it for another day, I hold on to it for another day. What are you going to do? I guess it'll all depend on how long it takes them to live load me. Could take them a while. I don't know. But that's tomorrow. A lot of things going on. A lot of speculation as to when Frieght is going to pick up. A lot of speculation that some of what we're feeling is a direct result of Baltimore. I don't know about that. But I do know that although the freight that comes in and out of Baltimore isn't freight that my company ships, generally cars, farm equipment, stuff like that, that stuff now has to be unloaded at other ports where the stuff that we do ship does come in. Maybe that does have an effect on freight that's already down. But I think the terrible economy has a lot more to do with it than anything else. People just don't have the buying power to go out and spend money right now. And when that happens, we're just not shipping stuff. I guess the Blue Angels are based out of here because they keep flying, doing flyovers, and it's loud, and it's like kind of obnoxious, but I get it. This is their town, not mine. So yeah, like I was saying about the economy is low right now. It's down. It's in a down situation. We got an election coming up. I don't know how that's going to turn out. I can't see that being a good thing. But we need a change. That's for sure. We can't have 4 more years of this idiot. He's just destroying everything. And they won't even let Kennedy primary against Biden. And now he's running as an independent. And let's be serious, like, he's going to be the Ross Perot of this election. Trump would get elected. But I just don't see that's going to be what happens. Not that he's not going to get elected, because if the elections were to go down, he probably would get elected. But I just don't think the powers that be are going to allow it. And I don't know what that means, so... And I'm not going to get into it because YouTube will definitely flag the video anyway. But something's going to happen. I know that much. Something's going to happen. We just need a change, man. I just want to see a change. Maybe Kennedy would be the right guy. Maybe it would be great if Kennedy became our president. I really don't know. The problem, I like what Kennedy has to say. I like a lot of the things he's talking about right now make me want to vote for him. But here's the problem. He's flip-flopped so much in the past. And that's basically what Biden has done. It is what it is. I just want to see the economy get better. I want to see Frieght come back so we all can make money. I see a lot of people, like a lot of y'all, and this is another video onto itself. I'm gonna do a video on lease purchase and what I see going on with lease purchase. And mind you, I'm not against lease purchase, so don't jump down my throat. I am against, if you're a first-year driver, you going lease purchase. How are you going to manage your fuel and run your own truck if you're new to trucking and you don't know how to manage your fuel and manage all your own loads? That's where you're going to get yourself into trouble. That's where a lot of new CDL holders get themselves in trouble. They chase dollars instead of learning the skills first. Just take the steps to become a trucker. First you get your CDL, then you go to your training company, and you do OTR for your training company. And you know, everyone knows you don't make money your first year, but you all think you're gonna skip that part. And then you get mad, you know, when people tell you that. Don't get mad, don't hate. Do 2.5 years. Then start thinking about lease purchase. When you know how to run your fuel, when you know how to manage your hours and manage your truck and do all your trip planning very well, so you could plan out and pre-plan your schedule, so you could plan your home time, so you could always have that payment for the lease every week. It's a lot of responsibility that I just don't think a first-year driver has the ability to do. But like I said, I don't want to get into that now. That's its own whole separate other video. I'm really just more concerned about picking up my load tomorrow and getting to Atlanta and dropping it. I wanted to be ahead of the game, but the more the news presses on about this eclipse and the more people are talking about planning to like see the eclipse, it just makes me think that driving on the interstate during the eclipse is going to be treacherous. Not physically treacherous, like as in the eclipse itself, but the idiots on the road who are going to be staring at the sky and not at the road. I don't want to be pulled over in a truck stop. I don't want to be pulled over in a rest area. I want to be rolling. I want to be making money. Can we just stop with these natural phenomena now? Can we just stop with the winter time up north? It's nice down here. It's decent. It's almost hot down here in Alabama. But up north, it's a different story. They're still getting snow. I'll handle tomorrow as tomorrow comes. I'll go to sleep tonight. I'll say my prayers. I'll wake up in the morning. I'll brush my teeth. Drink some terrible TA coffee. You know, the pecan bourbon is what I get here. Bourbon, pecan, whatever it is at the TA. I'll get that. And then we'll move on. We'll go do this live load. Live loads always stress me out. Live loads don't stress me out when I go to like a Procter & Gamble or a big DC. But the place I'm going tomorrow is not a big DC. It's like a small area where there's barely enough room to park your truck to check in to shipping and a couple of dock doors. That kind of outfit stresses me out. But who knows? I've had those outfits also load me in like 10 minutes and get me on my way. And then there's going into Atlanta. Always a hassle, right? But I really think I'm going to take a chance and stay at the Atlanta TA tomorrow. Just, you know, for anything more than to just make the video on it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we decide to do tomorrow. You know, we got that eclipse coming. We'll pick up, we'll drop. We're driving across a time zone too. So we're gonna lose an hour. And I guess we'll just handle it. And then what? If I drop this, are they gonna have an empty for me? Because if we play that empty game that's going on over here at Western Express right now, I just can't deal with that. I just can't deal with there's no empties because they sold off a bunch of trailers a couple of weeks ago. And I guess they haven't replaced them, or they're not out here at the DCs, whatever. So, it is what it is. Thinking too much about it. I think I do that too much. I think I've been thinking too much. Since I've been out here, thinking too much. But if your boy, Good Guy Glenn, wasn't thinking too much, you wouldn't have these videos to watch. Yeah. I edited a bunch of videos, long format videos. I'm having a hard time keeping them under an hour, folks. I'm working on it. I chop them down. They're even longer than an hour when they're raw. And I chop them down, and it just doesn't seem like it's going to be that much footage, and it is. It's just like a lot of stupid footage, a lot of road footage. Because y'all seem to like that road footage. And I wish I had the other computer, and I wish I could put music to it. Then it would be even more entertaining, but I don't. I'm going to need to get a laptop. I'm going to have to figure that out. How I'm going to figure out how to get a laptop. I just replaced my daughter's phone. I had to buy out her old phone to be eligible for the upgrade for the new phone. Put that on my credit card. It's not that bad, and my daughter deserves all of it. She deserves the sun and the sky, and, you know, as a dad, that's what I'm out here doing. But man, when you're trying to pay off your credit card debt, and you got to put more stuff on the credit card, sometimes it just gets stressful. But it's all right. I'm not going anywhere soon. Not like some of you who have your exit plan already planned out, but you barely have the exit plan planned out. You just know that you're going to come to your starter company and leave after a couple of weeks without doing any research on where you're going, without realizing that where you are is probably the best place for you to be while you're still new. But you think you're not new. I'm still new. Honestly, I think if you haven't been doing OTR 3 years, you're still pretty much new. And I'm not even near a year yet. So I'm really new. And I have no ambitions of going anywhere. But there's people who are here weeks, and they think that they're going to move on to bigger and better things already. They're like, well, I got my experience, and I'm off. How did you get your experience, dude? Whatever. It is what it is. I'm glad I got these shorts today, so I can be comfortable in the truck. I hope you all have a good experience with the eclipse. I hope you all are safe while you're watching the eclipse. Like maybe you get to take a little break from your job. I hope you're not out on the road when it happens. For you truckers out there, just be careful. And, you know what I always say? Love your family. Say your prayers. Do your pre-trip. Drink plenty of water. Eat a yogurt and a banana every day. Take your vitamins. God doesn't always give you what you want, but He'll definitely give you what you need. And if you could, please like this video and subscribe and hit the bell so when I drop another video you get a notification. Once again, this is Good Guy Glenn. Thanks for watching.